Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue learning about landforms and bodies of water. Up until this point, we've mainly been learning about landforms. Let's review what we've talked about. We've learned about mountains, which are high pieces of land that come to a peak, and they're very steep, has steep sides. We've learned about a plateau, which is a large flat area of land that is higher than all of the land around it. So it's like a mountain, but instead of being pointy at the top, it's flat at the top. Then we learned about plains, which is large open fields with no trees. And we learned about a hill, which is kind of like a mountain. It's a high above the flat land. So it's a raised piece of land, but it's not pointy like a mountain. And it's not as steep as a mountain. It's smaller and it's more curved. Then yesterday or the other day, we talked about a valley, which is the low piece of land between two mountains. So if this is a mountain, a valley would be the low part right next to it, just like we see here in our drawing where the arrows are pointing. And finally, we talked about a peninsula. A peninsula is a piece of land that is almost totally surrounded by water. It's not all surrounded by water, but almost. 3 sides usually are surrounded by water, but that one side is still connected to the land. Today, we're going to learn about a new landform. This is an island. I'm sure you've probably heard of an island before. That's probably the one that you guys have heard of and maybe would even like to go to. Here's another picture of an island. An island is a piece of land completely surrounded by water. So let's write down island. It kind of looks like the word island, but it's not. It's island. And it means a piece of land completely covered by, or it's not covered by, surrounded by water. So an island is a piece of land that you can only get to by either plane or a boat. You can't drive to an island. Let me try to draw an island. So here is my island. On this island, I'm going to maybe draw, what should I draw? A palm tree? Let's try to draw a palm tree. Some green leaves for a palm tree. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to draw a palm tree. Pretend I'm away on this island. Oh, that's where I would love to be. Should I even draw maybe a beach chair? There's a beach chair. I'm going to draw even the sun up in the sky. This looks like a nice place. What do you think? But the main important thing I'm going to draw is the water that is all around the island. So you draw an island that helps you remember what it looks like. This is what helps me think of an island, a piece of land that is surrounded by water. And you can pause me here. I'm also going to scroll up and compare it to a peninsula. See how a peninsula does not have water on this side? It only has water around here. That's because on this side it's still connected to land. An island is not connected to any land. All right, pause me there and I'm going to keep going. The next thing we're learning about is the first body of water. Today we're learning about a river. Okay, maybe you've been to a river or seen a river. A river is a large natural flow of water that crosses an area of land and goes into a bigger body of water. So usually a river connects to a bigger body of water like an ocean or a lake. Let's try to find a picture of the river over here too. Here it is, a river. A large stream of water flowing in a channel. So let's go back and write down river. I'm going to say a large stream of water running by land. Okay, because it's usually by land. It connects to a bigger body of water. So it connects to something like an ocean. I'm going to draw my river like this. And I'm going to draw the land near the river. And I could have even drew the river going into a bigger body of water. And the water is constantly moving and flowing. So the water in a river is going fast, and it's going and going and going. So if you were to sit in a river and say you started in one place, eventually you would end up somewhere else. Okay, you would end up maybe in another river or a bigger lake. Lakes sometimes don't do that. Lakes a lot of times are just surrounded by land and are not moving into different bodies of water. You can pause and write this down and draw your picture. The next one I'm going to do, and maybe the last one for today, is the lake. So let's write lake here on the next page. L-A-K-E, a lake. And I'm sure you've been to a lake before. Lakes are fun places to go. Here's a picture of a lake. A lake is a large area of water that is surrounded by land. Okay, so it's not flowing into other bodies of water and going all over like a river. A lake is a large body of water, but it's surrounded by land. Let's see if I can find a picture of it over here. Here's another image of a lake. Again, a large body of water surrounded by land. So let's write that down. Remember, a river is not surrounded by land. Surrounded means on all sides. A river keeps on flowing. It might have land on its sides, but not all around it. So I'm going to draw a lake. Make sure you draw it big enough because lakes are big. And I'm going to draw a little bit of little water symbols so I know that that's water. And then I'm going to draw land all around it. So I'll draw grass all around. And maybe I would even draw, let's see, a mountain over here. Mountain over here. You can say there's a hill over here. Just to show that it's surrounded by land. That green lets me know that there is land all around the lake. And you can pause it here and draw, which is different than a river. See how on the river, there's no land there or there. Don't draw those X's. I'm just showing you. There's not land on all sides of a river. A river flows in streams by. A lake does not do that. A lake just stays still and is surrounded by land. All right, the next time we come together for science, you will see a couple more bodies of water.